This is my audience.
Hi, my name is Olivia, and this is my persuasive speech. Mental health education is currently not a part of Montana Public Schools curriculum. After reading through several peer-reviewed journals and scholarly articles, including the journal written by Richard Sigmundson, Ramore, and Hansen, 2022, that was Implementing School-Based Mental Health Services, I am prepared to share the importance of implementing mental health education into the school's curriculum for every student. Everyone has either personally suffered from mental health issues, knows someone who has suffered, or lives in a community where someone may be suffering. The Montana public school system should implement mental health education into the curriculum for all students. Today I will highlight the need for education to students, the way we as community members can help, and ways we can benefit everyone. To begin with, mental health has continued to rise at an alarming rate for mental health disorders in adults. Montana has ranked nationally for the number of cases it has had over the last 10 years. With education starting young, we hope to see a decrease in these numbers with youth and adults. I want to review a testimony that was written by Bailey, Ostaoff, Lindo, Rotberger, and Bryan in 2022 from the Journal of Rural Mental Health. First, the problem in Montana right now is mental health is only implemented towards students already suffering and already needing help. This brings a negative connotation towards mental health in school, as students who need it are being segregated. As I stated, Montana does not educate students as a whole. However, Montana's YAM program did run a successful study of providing mental health education to all local schools. The program was a huge success and was in the journal of Rural Mental Health that I stated, and the program was a huge success. However, they had only 12 trained agents and were not able to educate the whole state of Montana. This is a table from that exact journal, and what I wanted to review was this one. It says, this was a response of after the studies were done. This states, I think it is a good idea to provide young people with a mental health promotion and risk behavior. And this was the chart that they got to vote on, and 0% of people strongly disagreed, and 100% of people strongly agreed that we needed to add this into our public school system. Moving on from that, now that we understand a little more about the problem of not knowing and not having mental health education in school's curriculum, for my next point, I would like to share some solutions, and I'm going to look at a journal written by McLucky, Kutcher, Wee, and Weaver from 2014, and it is called Sustained Improvements in Students' Mental Health Literacy with the Use of Mental Health Curriculum in Canadian Schools. Second, we as a community can help. The first step we can take is to consider writing to the Montana School Board Association. Canadian public schools were overwhelmed with community and family members wanting to change their mental health and their education. They implemented this program that now has been thriving for almost 10 years of successfully having lower rates of mental health issues in students. In addition to reaching out to MSBA, people can also volunteer with the Office of Public Instruction, and this agenda of their overview is putting Montana students first. Community members serve a role in supporting the school and advocating for students' education, and the Putting Montana Students First program gives community members a direction and ways to help. In the second point, we have conquered how we can help as a community, and finally, let's visualize how, as a state and community, we can benefit from this. According to Colby, the author Colby in 2018 wrote an annual review of public health, and it is the school health as a strategy to improve both public health and education. This was helping will benefit current students' education and our state's rising number of adult mental health issues. It is proven that students have a more effective learning experience when not suffering from mental health disorders. Students having an easier time in school and receiving a quality education is a great benefit. However, it is just as important to lower our overall attended mental health cases surrounding adults in Montana. Adults being previously educated on mental health, they will know where and how to speak up at early ages of the disease before it becomes life-threatening. As I argued in my third main point, we will see great benefits from educating youth on mental health in Montana. In conclusion, helping will benefit the whole state of Montana, children and adults. I shared a few of many reasons to consider advocating for mental health education in schools curriculum, so let's review what I'm calling on you to please consider. There is an increasing alarming number of untreated mental health cases in Montana. There are simple things that you can do to recommend education for all. Montana needs to add this education to the curriculum so we can see a decrease in mental health disease numbers. Consider reaching out to MSBA about the issue or volunteering with the Office of Public Instruction. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
I'm just curious, would it be helpful to start by going to our local school first or directly to the MSBA? Which would be more effective?
I personally think I think it depends. I think if you have current enrolled elementary, middle school, or high school students in a school, going to a school board, if you were from a small town, I think that would really help. But I think the bigger schools, going to MSBA would be a more effective way, and they will probably have more ideas and more involvement in whether it's put into the curriculum over it being just from the school.
Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Thank you. I will show my audience one more time.